Y'all know what it is. It's Illustrate Radio. I am the one and only DJ Saletto. I got my co-host in the building. C. Gray, what up?
Women crushing on him. It don't make a difference.
Welcome to Illustrate Radio, you guys.
And thank you for tuning in. We are currently live on YouTube right now in our Studio 202 DC. Oh, I'm echoing. I feel like I'm echoing. Am I echoing?
It's okay. Keep on.
Oh,
Sorry, we will keep on.
All right, cool. We're gonna let it rock. We're gonna let it rock. Anyway, like I was saying, we are live on YouTube currently, and we are also live on our Facebook Studio 2 DC 202 page. So y'all make sure y'all catch us there each and every Wednesday. And we are also our previous episodes are also being shown on Roku on 7 On Demand channel. So y'all make sure y'all check us out. Again, they got us on a loop, so y'all make sure if you missed it, you can catch back up real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into my I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank, y'all. So what is this? Spit that ish? Yes, spit that ish.
No,
I spit that ish.
No, you're moving too fast. You're moving too fast. We gotta hit our segments first, you guys, because I don't want y'all to miss no bit of us. We're gonna jump into my love and real quick. So, you guys, today is love and accepting your place. So I say accepting your place, and this is a very specific message, okay? This message is directed toward women who are single mothers, had your children young, and were successfully able to groom your children to be better than yourselves. Not to say that being a single mom made you bad, but it definitely made you a bad bitch. Ladies, I need you to adjust your crowns. I need you to accept your place. A lot of times as young single moms, when we're teenagers and we're having kids, we're in our early 20s and we're having kids, and sometimes we might have more than one father of our child. I'm not going to use the term baby daddy because I don't like it. We might have more than one. There's so much negative stigma that comes with that. When you're in the dating world, there's negative stigma. When you're working, there's negative stigma because you're a mom. There's among family members can be negative stigma because you have a child by more than one person. And so sometimes as you go through life, if you're trying to chart your own path and grow up in the same time because you were a young mom, sometimes you got a lot of negativity. You got people coming at you at all angles with a lot of negativity to make you think that you're not good enough or you're less than. So this is just my shout out to you moms who ensure that no matter what your circumstances were, that your children are way better than any circumstance you may have ever experienced. And accept your place. Accept your place as a woman, accept your place as a mother, accept your place as a builder, as a molder, as a shaper, because you're able to not only shape your children, but as we do that, we're shaping the narrative of the future. We're shaping the narrative of our race, of our culture, by what we pour into these kids and what we teach them, and as we send them on out the house. And so part of what has me in this mode, and I'm gonna try to say it fast. My middle daughter is graduating high school tomorrow, you guys. You know what I mean? I'm about to send my baby to college, you guys. I am that single mom. I had my first child 3 weeks before I turned 19, had my second child right before I turned 21. Yes, they had two different fathers. And yes, I still have a little one. I got an 8, well, baby about to be 8. But my 2 oldest daughters, I'm successfully saying that my babies are in college. They're doing more than what I did at their age. They're doing more with their brains and more with their time and more with their vision and their dreams and their futures than what I did at that age. Not because society taught them to. That's what their mom poured into them. That's what their mom poured into them. And sometimes I look at where I am and what I'm doing, and I'm like, dang, I could be doing so much more. But then I take a second and I look at my kids and I'm like, but dang, look at what I did do. Look at what I'm putting back out into this world that's about to wreck shit up, that's about to be amazing. Like, there's no telling what type of fantastic shit my daughters are going to be coming up with. And as I am in that phase of watching them going into college, and I'm going to be there when they graduate from college, and I'm watching them graduate from high school, those were experiences that you guys, my mom didn't have with me. So I'm definitely doing better than a previous generation. I'm definitely teaching and putting something into them that they can take, and so that their children would be even better than that their children would be even better than that. So just, ladies, just accept your place sometimes. Don't ever think that you're lesser than. Don't ever think that you're not enough. Don't ever think that you're not rocking this shit, because you most definitely are.
Amen.
I
Hallelujah.
received that.
So talking about, I definitely, actually, my point is definitely going to run into yours too, but I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a lot of strong, powerful Black women out here. And yes, your children make you better. I swear you go harder when you have children and you have no other choice but to. So again, kudos to them. And I appreciate that. Because that's a lot of love. So let's get into just my luck. Okay, so it's just my luck that I was able to get a conversation started. Yay. You all know how I'm all about helping and healing and not hindering, especially for our children, because I believe, like you said, they are our future. They're the ones we are grooming to literally glow this entire world up, and their innocence at all costs need to be protected. So I happened to run into Target the other day. First thing I see is an LGBTQ display with infant clothing, toddler clothing. And I wasn't too disturbed again because I know it's Pride Month starting June 1st. And I wasn't too shocked about that, but I was more so shocked the fact that it's being poured onto our children. And we are talking about equality, but yet we're not giving our children the equal right to choose on their own, or the equal right to see everything about them being displayed as well, as much as their skin, their heritage, and their culture, and their beliefs as well. So we're going to represent one. I feel like we need to do it for all, especially for our Black children. We are not represented enough. And by every agenda, ours gets lowered. Everybody else is above us. And our kids are so impressionable. Kids are taught, like you said, T. Gray, you poured into your children. Kids are taught these behaviors. So even with, I got a lot of points. I made a post. Let me backtrack. I made a post on Instagram and pretty much displaying that. And it started a conversation. It really got a lot of comments, over 3,000 views. And I'm very excited. And I want to invite any of those people who have any issues as to what I'm saying, or if we can discuss it and have an open forum. I'm willing to actually discuss that. So again, I invite you all, but I just want you all to keep in mind that kids are taught all their behaviors. I don't teach my kids about sex, but I do teach them about their sexuality. My son is 11 and my daughter is 7. At the very early age when I could actually teach them what their body part was, at one of the first few words they learned was their actual body parts: vagina, penis, breasts, and forehead and toes and all of those other things. And as they got older, I explained certain things, like you notice that your child may move a certain way, or they might have questions about certain things that are happening to their body as well. And you explain it to them in a delicate way, not overly exposing them to something that they're just not ready to really process. I do believe in, again, informing them, but just not doing it too much. So again, let's have the discussion. I'm willing to be educated and learn, but I think that it's just there's an agenda behind it, and it's being force-fed to our children in their cartoons, in schools, in their education, even their sex education. They want to teach kids about masturbation and touching yourselves in private at 6 years old. It's a lot going on, and we're just being over-sexualized as beings and everything else. our children are our future, so let's try to just protect their innocence as long as we possibly can while still keeping them abreast and informed of certain things. So, but that's it for just my luck. And since we're talking about cartoons, and let's talk about the Rugrats. Let's get into the Rugrats. The Rugrats are now, yes, I'm excited actually because I love the Rugrats. I watch repeats and everything about them, but they're doing a reboot. A reboot feature, and Betty DeVille will be as an openly gay single mom. Again, I guess Rugrats was definitely like top 10. I would say like top 5 in Nickelodeon's original programming. And now that the beloved children cartoon is getting a new life on Paramount streaming service, there are some new changes that fans may or may not be surprised about, which again, I'm not surprised at all. In the exclusive new Rugrats reboot, the re-imaging Betty DeVille, the mother of the twins, Phil and Lil, as an openly gay single mother. In the original series, as a spinoff, All Grown Up, Betty was portrayed as married to the twins' father, Howard DeVille. In the new series, Betty will be voiced by an actress, Natalie Morales, who is excited to be presented and a good example of young queer people who may not have any other characters like Betty on the television to look up to. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all see how y'all feel about it before I voice my opinion, because I want to make sure that I'm also being very delicate to everybody else's, you know, opinions about it first. So what's your thoughts on it, T. Gray?
So I am on the fence. I don't like the fact that cartoons do go so hard to push that agenda on children. But at the same time, this is what's been going on since the 30s and the 40s. This is not new in cartoons. This is not new in TV. This is not new in what we see. We have a choice in whether or not we allow the kids to watch it, not watch it, or what they're comfortable with, not comfortable with. I want to know how they fit the right out the dad. That's it. That's my piece. That's my piece. I'm a Rugrats fan. I'm not gonna stop watching Rugrats. I want to know what happened to the dad. Did y'all get a divorce? Where did he go? Because if you really watch Rugrats, Betty always been gay. Okay, Betty always had that deep voice. She was always with the masculine, with the sweatsuits all the time. You ain't never seen, you know what I mean? Like she was always that chick in the group. She was. So I'm not surprised that this is a natural transition for the character. I think for the times and where we are, when you have so many kids that got 2 mommies, 2 daddies, I think for kids who are in those homes, they need to see some representation of themselves, maybe just that's outside their houses. I do get it. So I feel like if they don't do too much, you know what I mean? If they don't like have them kissing and stuff like that, like I got a problem with that, you guys. When I ain't gonna lie, when my daughter watches cartoons, animated stuff, whatever, and they have a homosexual couple, I'm okay with it. I draw the line at now it's sexual because now you've added kissing and other things. Like I don't like that. So if Nickelodeon, Rugrats, whatever, if they can keep it clean, I'm not going to I don't have an issue with it, because there are kids who live in those kinds of homes, who grow up like that, who need to see that it's not just me. But once it goes past that line, I think then it's a problem.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, you actually said it kind of perfectly for me as well, because there's a show called In the Lighthouse that they also have the sister. One of the sisters she's a lesbian as well. But there's not too much going on there. So I taught my kids what it was exactly, and what that meant as well. And as even when as far as to reproduction too. So I just feel as though if they're sensitive and they're delicate with how they portray it, then I have no problem with it as well. This just is another example if they don't do it, because Nickelodeon is also known for pushing the envelope when it comes to certain cartoons, because they used to have Nick at Night and all of these different types of shows. It was heavily portrayed as well. So we're going to see. I'm anxious, but I'm also very wary on how it's going to go out, because Rugrats is one of my favorite shows. So on to let's get into some good news because I love Chadwick Boseman and Howard University. Before he passed away, one of his wishes was to start a master class, and I'm so excited that Howard is going to continue that idea, and they're going to roll it out with the fine arts students. There will be Wayne Frederick, the university president, reportedly said Chadwick alma mater will be rolling out a masterclass template for the Chadwick Boseman Fine Arts College, actually inspired by the man himself, like I previously just stated. The news came after academics at a historical HBCU announced earlier this month that they are renaming the College of Fine Arts after 21 Bridges Starr. That's such a beautiful thing. Shout out to Howard University for doing that as well. Students in the class will be enrolled in a introduced in new curriculum, which will help them get ready and prepare for the field of study. They will be lectured by industry professionals who will share real life experiences working on creative industries via a combination of day-to-day learning and coursework. So, and then another exciting piece is that my girl, Felicia Rashad, is the newly named Dean of the Fine Arts College. This is amazing. And if anyone doesn't know who she is, I shouldn't even have to name drop the shows that she's been in. But the Cosby Show, of course, she's an anchor and she's a mom. And I think that this everything about this is so fitting. And I'm so excited. Yeah, so that's amazing. So T, like, don't you think that this is like such a beautiful, I saw your face light up when I started talking about it and everything.
No, it is definitely apropos because if anybody kind of knows Chadwick's backstory, Felicia Rashad was so instrumental in him getting to where he is as an actor. When he was a student at Howard, Felicia Rashad took him under her wing, so to speak, and put him in places and put him in front of people that really made the difference. I'm sorry, my computer's doing all kinds of stuff. That really made the difference. She put him in front of Denzel Washington. She put him in front of so many, other things and just gave him opportunities because she saw something in him that later on the rest of the world got to see, was there. So it is so fitting that not only is this renamed after him, but that it is her that is the dean. So I am excited. I'm excited for those kids that are going to be going there. Howard's reputation has kind of been a little shaky. You guys. So hopefully this will begin to rebuild for just the school as a whole.
So can I ask why it's been a little shaky? What happened with Howard? Because I don't because outside of their vice president being shaky.
Right, just the students' response to how the education is there and how the living is there has not been favorable. So, HBCUs, of course, sometimes we like to think that money is always at the forefront, but when you take away, let's take away the money out of it. A lot of kids who are Black go to a HBCU because they want to have a fantastic experience. When you hear Howard, because it's a staple, you want your experience to be great. You want to be able to walk away with it with pride in your degree and your experience and everything else. But a lot of kids the past couple of years, that's not what they're walking away with. So hopefully, it'll be a change for the school overall.
I mean, I think that's super dope. So talking about acting and master classes and everything like that, guess who is dropping their trailer? Oh my God, I am so excited! My Life, Mary J. Blige. Yes. Okay, so she was on. And this is the. I'm happy for Mary. I'm so proud that she actually gets to come out and do this. But I guess Mary J. Blige initially broke the news on a documentary during her recent Walk of Fame honoring of NYC's Apollo Theater. Amazon officially released the trailer to the My Life documentary, and I did have to catch up on that because if I would have read this earlier, I probably would have had a little clip or something to at least play for y'all. But anyway, We all know that she's a living legend and she's been doing this in the game for 30 years. So to see her life, and you know that she's went through a lot of things, from abusive relationships to being touched as a child to going through I guess domestic violence as well, and drug abuse is what she would call it. So I'm excited to see it. I just can't wait. This is super dope.
Yeah, Stiletto, are you a Mary J. Blige fan?
I'm a big Mary J. Blige fan.
Have you caught any of the trailers or any of the some of the sneak peeks that they've been dropping?
Yeah, I saw the one that she posted on social media, the one that she came out with. I'm interested to see where she stands as far as like how much she helped so many women during their hardest times. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know, you know, she was suicidal.
Yeah.
She talks about that a lot. And I don't think that we really recognize that because we always talk about her music alone. But I mean, that was real. She was really going through some stuff.
Yeah, most definitely.
Really was. I'm
excited to see it.
And we always talk about that. We don't really. I'm gonna say I'm excited too. We often talk about her music, saying that when she's not going through something, she doesn't make good music. And in the sense of, I feel as though her music is very healing. So when people relate to that, so I just kind of want to change the narrative on that, you know, she makes beautiful music regardless, but her best music is when it's heartfelt. And a lot of us are going through things. A lot of us are not healed, hence why we can identify with it. So, okay, rolling right along. Now, Monique is funny because she made I don't know the full story, but this is what the gist that I got. She made a video saying that women don't need to stop wearing lingerie or whatever and all that cute shit and just get a hair bonnet. And what they call them? Muumuus? Is that what they call them? Them granny outfits?
So she was saying that women need to stop wearing their bonnets in public, which I'm for it.
Oh, see, I'm all wrong. I agree then. I agree.
I'm so ready for women.
Yeah, because our mothers would never. Yes, our moms would never. I actually think, I thought, so maybe the TikTok I saw was actually the reverse of that. So my mother would never. If I even thought I was going out to the mailbox with my scarf on my head, it was an issue. So I don't understand why y'all feel like it's cool to come out in your pajamas, your hair bonnet, and them furry slippers that is thin as shit, that when you walk on the floor make your feet black because you're picking up all the dirt from everywhere. Why would you want to come out your house like that? I'm for it. Go ahead, Monique. She right.
So I grew up in that same kind of household. Like, my granddad did not have that. You did not, if you're a woman, you didn't go outside with a scarf on. You ain't go outside with rollers in your hair. So when I grew up, that's what I grew up with. When my mom grew up, that's what she grew up with. So even now with my daughters, I'll be like, oh, no, it's not happening. And me and my middle child always go back and forth because she'd be like, oh, well, Mom, I'm just going. I'm like, nah, no, don't do it. Like, if I don't do it, you don't do it. I think, and I know women gonna be mad when I say this, but I think that if you're not ghetto, that it gives you that straight line from not ghetto to ghetto so fast. You could be a 6-figure broad, nice house, nice car, nails done, face beat, all of that. Step outside with that bonnet on. You just knocked your 6-figure ass down to working at McDonald's real fast. And I know people don't like to hear that, but that's just my personal opinion. I think it cheapens you as a woman. And then it's not even so much that these bonnets is cute and up in no style. They done got to be the pillowcase size. Why you walking around with a pillowcase on your head? I don't
pillowcase size.
I don't understand. Man, if we gonna wrap a scarf, if we gonna Erykah do that joint, okay, fine. You gonna get your little something Afrocentric, got your little knots in the front, or it's cute. But that bonnet though, nah.
We're not doing a bonnet. No, we're not doing that. Right. We're not doing that. But you guys, we have facts. Okay, stop wearing the bonnets. PSA. Okay. It's not okay. So we have an awesome guest on next, you all, and I'm looking forward to having him on. His name is Marlon Green, the man behind the camera that puts so many other people in front of the camera, who's also writing books. We're going to come back to you all in 5 with him live. Stiletto, take us out on something good. I would prefer some Mary, but I ain't even going like try drop it like that. But you know, you could like slide her up in the mix or something.
Slidering. True. All right. Cue me in.
True.
Let's do this.
Hey, DJ, Stiletto.
I'm going to start off like this. Big up all my 2021 graduates. Please tell your daughter I said congratulations, because you know we only trying to do one thing. They trying to make their mother proud. I know I am going to be ecstatic for my kids.
Yes.
I'm going to do this one for y'all. And let's go. Let's start it off. Hey.
All right, time to improvise. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you, Stiletto, for my little drop. I appreciate you or whatever. Had the whole little New York swag with the P Diddy and the Biggie. I appreciate that. So while we wait for our guest to actually join in on the conversation, I guess we can. So I don't own the rights to any of this music. I gotta say that because I was definitely on live trying to make sure I engage with our people and everything before they cut my video off. But I just wanted to give you all some good news. Nicki Minaj secures the 4th spot on the Mount Rushmore of 2010, which I definitely think is well-deserved because she definitely held it down for a 10-year span. There have been plenty of debates online and IRL about who are the 4 greatest and most influential rappers of the 2010s. The faces are Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and which is well-deserved. I'm sorry. J. Cole just dropped an album. Pure fire, so hard, goes harder than a lot of people. So yes, I think that what he's doing is amazing. But again, shout out to Nicki Minaj. She collected over 40% of the votes. It was between I guess Kanye West, Future. They got a little bit high. Kanye was like 33%, Future was at 17%. But yeah, Young Money, I'm so glad that they get to be represented and my girl is on it because they definitely did that thing. So shout out to Young Money, shout out to Drake, Nicki, definitely J. Cole, and yes, Kendrick Lamar. What else? Is our guest, I guess it's having a little bit of a technical difficulty at the moment. So we're gonna have to like rock with it, T Gray. What you say? Oh, you muted, boo. You're muted. Unmute. Nope, still can't hear you. Oh man, what happened to the sound? Hey, engineer in the back, can you hook us up? Is it my girls?
You gotta say something first.
Oh no, we might have.
Oh, T Gray, are you here? No sound.
We can definitely lip read, but we ain't doing too much of that. Okay, so while I'm gonna let my girl go ahead and refresh your screen, come back on and join us. Yeah, just in case you all are watching live, we're experiencing some minor technical difficulties, and our engineer is going to make sure that he takes care of us in the back. That is our guy from Studio 202, our Bliss FM family. I cannot wait to get back into the studio. Oh my gosh. And if you all missed it, make sure you all catch us on Roku, 8 o'clock each and every Wednesday. They got our episodes on loop. So real quickly, there are a couple of things that I was talking about. Are we tapped back in? No.
Hello, Tigray.
Oh, this is not cool. I really damn.
With the hair.
So, you know what? I think this is the universe thing. Yeah, we definitely can't hear nothing. This is the universe telling me that I should have had my shit together. Meaning that I need to stop being nervous and actually just go ahead and let it go and let it flow. I'm not sure. I don't think she changed any of her settings because she was literally just on air. But anyway, it was a couple of things that I was covering earlier. And I just wanted to make it clear that I am not homophobic. The views that I have are not the views of Illustrate Radio, Bliss FM, 7 on Demand, YouTube. They're my personal views and how I feel about everyone and everything. I love people. So no matter what, I feel like we're all one big happy family. At least we can be, as long as we understand that because I have my views doesn't mean that I hate you, doesn't mean that I'm anti. And I feel like we get that a lot when we don't share the same views. So try to be the same way that I'm receptive into having a conversation, be receptive into understanding and valuing my views as well. I'm not here to fluff anyone, although I am very tactful in my delivery. So I won't tolerate, I won't even address certain commentary that I was getting, but I just welcome everyone to come to the table. Let's have the conversation. Let's grow together because there's so many other things that we need to be talking about so that we can actually heal and move on, just as a people in general. So yeah, shout out to us in healing and having the conversations that need to be had, the hard ones, even talking about going as far as into family, touching family, and being able to openly have those discussions. What's the girl's name who played on Love and Hip Hop? Mimi? Stiletto, what was her name? She had the big nose. She's blonde hair. It was Love and Hip Hop LA. She got into like a car accident, light skinned. Hazel. Her name. But Hazel, yeah, she went on a show, right? The other day.
Yeah.
She went on a show with like Dr. Phil or something, and her mother pretty much expressed to her that, you know, giving her the rundown of what not to talk about. And I guess she was molested by someone that was in her family, and her mother would not allow her. I think it was her stepdad or someone of that nature. I cannot remember the exact story. All I remember is how heartbroken I felt for her. The fact that your mother told you not to talk about it, that she wouldn't even acknowledge it. And oftentimes we're just told to shut up. We're told not to snitch. We are taught that. I teach my kids to speak up about everything. I don't give a fuck what it is. Okay. I want you to be able to feel that you can be open and honest with me, because if I cannot protect you, if you do not feel safe with your parent, then who can you possibly ever in this world feel safe with? How can you ever learn how to love yourself if the person who's supposed to love you the most outside of you is telling you to hide your hurt?
Right. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. It's not Hazel you're talking about. Hazel just had the surgery. I gotta figure out who you're talking about. Hazel just had the surgery.
Yeah, Hazel. Yeah, she did. She had a nose surgery, but she was also on the show. I can't remember where the clip came from or who exactly it was.
She's in the hospital right now because she have a surgery, and her surgery went bad in Hungary. If you go to her page, and she made this really big post because they had to remove her breast because she wanted to get a mommy makeover really bad, because you know she's had her daughter, and they messed it up, and her incisions got they got infected, and they had to remove her breast. So she's been in Hungary for a while now. Yeah, it was a thing because, you know, so many women are getting the surgeries and getting BBLs and mommy makeovers and things like that. And, you know, they're not doing their research or going to the wrong doctor. I'll never say don't go or don't do it, but just do your research on knowing exactly what you're doing. Because to go all the way to Hungary and catch an infection and be out there, be away from your family and your kids and almost lose your life.
Is she broke? Over there, like what I'm saying is like, is she broke? I'm so confused. Like, is she because You should be
I don't
able to
know.
get that type of surgery done for free on the
Out
level.
here,
I've
right?
seen women like, I want to say, don't quote me on this again, but my girl from Black Ink, when she got her stuff done, it was pretty much like you're also promoting a business of the company who's also doing it for you. You have all of
Right,
this
right.
publicity. It's a benefit if you get your stuff done with us because you can promote. Hence why she was so open with her doctors and all of that other kind of stuff, because they sponsor and all that type of thing. So Hazel, like, I feel like she's very misguided. And that again, okay, what I always talk about, it stems from your history,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
upbringing.
yeah, yeah.
That girl, beautiful. She got her nose done. She didn't need to get that done. She got her butt done. She had her boobs done. You don't need to keep doing all of this to yourself, like over and over again, because after a while, like my doctor told me, he cut me twice pretty much. You don't need to have another one off the rip. Like, it's not good to keep getting cut. And I've only been cut twice. So some women have been back to the surgery table 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different times. You know how much scarring tissue that is? I can't even imagine. I have a lot just having kids, you know? And granted, I want to get my boobs done, but you got to love on yourself harder, baby. Damn, that's a shame. But we need to start healing one another. We need to start healing one another.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead. I don't know what is going on with our baby girl. I said baby girl because we the same age pretty much. I don't mean to call you that, but my girl, my boo. I don't know what's going on in the background. We're trying to figure. Yeah, I don't know. I think that we having some really major technical difficulties, and hence why other guests wasn't also able to come on. But Stiletto, I know I'm gonna go ahead and let you close this out. T Gray, hopefully you can come back. Before I do that, let me make sure my boo can come back because I want to make sure we get all her information because she's Sex Talk with T Gray. And she's giving out a lot of information, no longer free, but you can definitely get a consultation or some real raw, honest, and helpful advice. Just know that when you contact her, you have to be willing to actually be receptive. Just like she's going to be receptive to you. So go ahead and make sure y'all check her out. She has some great content that she just posted as well on her podcast page too. And I think you can actually visit her website. I think it's called The Sex Talk with T Gray. There you go. They just pulled up. Okay, see, her Instagram page is The Love Below Sex Talk with T Gray. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check her out and follow, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Don't forget to also check me out on Magical AF Podcast and at Sensi Sweet, SENSISUITE. I am going to be doing a giveaway because it is my birthday weekend. I have not posted the flyer. This is for new customers only. Even if I know you, I'm doing a giveaway. All you have to do is go to my page, take any post, repost it on your story, and add me in it. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm going to be doing that up until my actual birthday, which is on Friday, June 4th. So we are lit again. Shout out to El Presidente, because I will definitely be pulling up to shorts and polo and Batalida. Yes, and all of the details on the flyer. Yeah, we in the building. That's gonna be a situation. Matter of fact, Mimi, we gotta link up because I need to link up with somebody on the joint. But anyway, I'm so excited. I will definitely see y'all next week, and we'll be back here. I'm gonna go ahead and let Stiletto take us on up out of here. Catch us on 7 on Demand again each and every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, live on YouTube, on Facebook, Studio 202 DC page, and we out. Stiletto, thank you. I appreciate you. Now go ahead and let me groove on out tonight. And T Gray, we good. I try to take care of it as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? As best as I could. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Oh, it's my cue. right, y'all. Y'all know what it is.
It's your
Each and
yeah.
each and every Wednesday, you know what time it is. And we're going to go out with something like this. Since it's Lucky's birthday weekend, you know what it is.
Dude, wait.